Oh, sorry about that. I was just getting pumped up to practice presenting Newton's law problems to the students later in the year. I'll be right back and I'll get set up for back to school night. All right. Well, hello and welcome to back to school night in this weird kind of way. I'm Bill Tapper. We're talking about AP Physics. Just right off the bat, if at any point you want to get a hold of me, wtapper@eccrsd.us. Email's the best way to get a hold of me. You can use the phone and call my extension, but they dump you into a voicemail box, which I don't get to right away. So email is best. So some nuts and bolts. We're in AP Physics. What do we need? Well, a calculator is going to be needed. Graphing calculator is probably what everybody else has. Believe it or not, we don't need a graphing calculator, but since most students have it for math class, it's absolutely fine. The unofficial book right now for AP Physics is this book. I nickname it the Hope Book because that's the publisher. There is some sections with PDFs that I have put online, so they don't have a physical copy of the book, and that's okay. We can get away with that for now. The official book of AP Physics is this one, but the students don't have it yet, and that's okay. Later in the year, I'll be probably just posting PDFs of different sections when we need it, and or when we're in hybrid mode, I can dole out books for those who want. Because later in the year, we're going to make transition from here to here. But this is a great book to start the year with. It's very readable, and the problems are very doable. It gets us into the mindset of physics. As we progress through the year, the idea is to learn good physics. And my philosophy is if you know good physics, you will do well on the AP exam. And we do well here at Eastern on the AP exam. We are at or beat state and national averages for test scores. Because I believe that the teachers here, we put in the work to prepare the students, but that's because we teach good physics. And then secondly, we have such a good community of students and parents that they work hard to be successful both at physics and of course performing well on the exams. The grades for the course are 60% primary and 40% secondary or supportive and each marking period is worth 45%. Should there be a final, that would be worth 10% of the overall grade. But the question is, well, how do I get the students to understand good physics? Well, in this remote or hybrid situation, it's going to be a little tough because they're not here to actually do hands-on situations. So I'm going to try to model that as much as I can with all kinds of demos, such as this. And as Galileo discovered, all things should fall at the same rate of acceleration. So paper, tennis ball, throw away. That didn't work. Let's try that again. As I was saying, all things fall at the same rate of acceleration. In a closed, isolated system, momentum should always be conserved. And so, why is the center of mass important? And how is electricity produced? And what's a circuit anyway? So we will also emulate lab situations. Some of them we will do here and make ourselves. The other teacher and I, Mrs. Roberts and I, will make so for the students to view and take data and report upon, such as this. And lastly, to do well with physics and keeping the tradition here at Eastern, we're going to continue the infamous projects. and the first project has started. Matter of fact, it is the the make-at-home basic catapult, where you're going to take a small box, some rubber bands, and some pencils or wooden dowels, construct a little firing arm, and fire little mini marshmallows across the room into a trash can. And if you show consistency via video, uncut, you'll do well. So it's not going to be as rigorous as if they were doing the projects and testing them here as in the past, but still, we're going to expect them to try to tinker and build and figure some things out at home. And that is all wonderful physics and experimental method, and definitely well worth the time. The last piece we have to talk about, of course, is registering for the AP exam, because that's coming up. It's right now, during the month of October. And so right now, I'm going to take you through the steps by going to Eastern's website, and then I'll show you some information on the AP site. So take a look at this. Okay, as we can see, we're at the Eastern main website. And if we go to guidance, although I do believe it pops up on one of these splash announcements here. If we go to guidance, and we go to guidance news, you will see AP registration. And if you go to AP registration, it has all the information you need, your student needs, to register for the exam. There is a couple steps here that you need to take, so please look that over. Registration begins soon, October 1st, and registration, though, ends November 1st. So you have a month to decide whether you want to sign up for the exam or not. And if there's any questions along the way, feel free to get back to me. If you go to the AP Students website, apstudents.collegeboard.org, which is otherwise known as My AP. A lot of information here for the students and for you to learn about the AP exams. But if you go to Taking Exams and go to About the Exams, a lot of information here also. But I want to point out the AP calendar. And you will note there's the calendar for May. And AP Physics 1 is in the afternoon on Wednesday, May 5th. So please take that under advisement. Thanks. All right, so that wraps it up. So thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. Again, if you need to get in touch, please feel free. And I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And hopefully we get through this year as best as possible. That's what I aim to do. Thanks.